Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Chris checking in with another video. It's so good to see you guys again. I took a week off from YouTube because I went on vacation. I went to Spain, I went to San Sebastian and then País Vasco. It was amazing. When I tell you I was in the sun all day, I was hiking, you know, it was just amazing. The seafood is absolutely fabulous. It's a perfect place for people to travel, especially if you want to practice your Spanish, because very few people speak English there. More people speak Basque and they speak Spanish. So if you want to take a good trip to the north of Spain, I highly recommend it. As you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about why I love moving to Munich and why you, if you're considering moving to Germany, or if you are living in Germany and you're considering switching things up a little bit, why you should consider moving to Munich. I think there's more pros than there are living here than cons. And even though everybody around the world, like even in Germany, they throw so much shade at Munich because particularly Bavaria, because like Bavarians don't even think that they're Germans. They're like completely different, you know, spectrums of Germans. Like they think that they're their own country, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shade that's thrown at Munich, but I have to say that there's a lot of things to enjoy living here in the city, and I'm gonna outline those chronologically. If this is your first time watching, please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. All right, let's get started. Number one, I have to focus on this. It is clean. It is very, very clean. A lot of my friends who live in different parts of Germany, and even some of my subscribers have talked about this, about how Munich itself is an example in terms of cleanliness. Munich is perceived to be the most bougie and bourgeois area of the country. Very rarely do you see garbage on the ground. I can literally tell you, if you wanna see dirt, if you wanna see like garbage, you go to Hauptbahnhof. Hauptbahnhof is the train station in the middle of Munich. Even Hauptbahnhof itself, it's a horrible example because Hauptbahnhof is so clean, like compared to other train stations around the world. I mean, if you've ever been to the train station in Paris, if you've ever been to the train station in Rome, like you really do get a sense of understanding, like, you know, when you come to Munich, you can make the comparison yourself. Think about how well Munich is connected to other cities. I mean, it is just amazing for people who want to travel. Munich is in the south of Germany, and it literally takes, they have a wonderful train system. Transport system here is absolutely amazing. You have regional trains that come through here, you have underground trains, like, you know, the subway in the city, and also you have the suburban trains, which is called the S-Bahn. And it's just really, really easy to get to other cities. So for example, one day you can wake up on the weekend and literally just take the train. You can buy what's just called a Bayernstadt, I think. It's a Bayern ticket basically. So basically with this ticket, you can travel all throughout the state of Bavaria with one ticket. And with this ticket itself, let's just say if you go to Füssen. Füssen is where Neuschwanstein is. It's like it's like I guess where Cinderella was inspired from. So you go to Neuschwanstein, and that is in Füssen. It is not directly in Munich. It takes about an hour and a half to get from Munich to Füssen. Now, you have a train ticket. You cannot use a normal train ticket to get to Füssen because it's too far. But you can buy a Bayern ticket, basically, like a regional ticket, and you can travel to Füssen, and you can take the train there. And then once you get off the train, you don't have to buy a bus ticket. You can literally use that same train that used for transportation, be it tram, train, bus, like anything. And then the same day you can go to another city. For example, you can go up to like Nuremberg, or you can go to the bottom of Bavaria and cross over into Austria by foot, cross back over to Germany, and then take the train right back. And it's really cheap. It costs, like, for two people, you both pay together 39 euros. So that's just only talking about the train system. Now I want to talk about how to get to Munich from other cities. Flights from here to Paris is like an hour and a half. Round trip, you can find a ticket for 100 euros. Train as well. Spain is the same. Getting up to Berlin is the same. Amsterdam. Munich, for people who live in Asia, like me, it's really important for you to be able to get back to Asia and get back to the States. Munich has direct flights round trip from here to Beijing for 400 euros. Direct flights round trip from here to Detroit, Michigan, where I'm from, for 400 euros. Munich is perfectly centered in the heart of Europe, and it is very easy to get around to other cities in Europe as well as abroad. It's easy to get to America, it's easy to get to Asia. People who want to travel Munich is for you, especially in terms of good pricing on flights, interconnectivity, and getting to other cities. Switzerland by bus is 3 hours away from here, 22 euros. Austria is only an hour away from here, 20 euros, you know? Or if you take the BlaBlaCar, maybe even 10 euros. Prague, it's only 5 hours. It's like 4.5 hours from here, Prague. You can take that with the bus. Like, it's so easy to get to different countries by Munich, and yeah, I love it. So those who want to see, you know, other things in a short amount of time, Munich is going to be the city for you. And this point is related to traveling, nature. Okay, so one of the things that I absolutely love about Munich is I think you get the best of both worlds. Munich is a city, but then it's not a city. I personally think Munich is a huge village. It's right in between an international city and a village. Like, it's not too big, it's not too small. You never get overwhelmed with how crowded it gets because, you know, it's really easy to get to the suburb. It's connected. It's just a huge, huge, huge village. So you don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle, you know, perhaps that you would experience in Berlin or perhaps in Frankfurt. Munich is really, really chill. And on top of that, it's really easy for you to get to the mountains. When I travel, I think having to exercise is not vacation. I think I can exercise at home. I don't like having to climb mountains and stuff, but you can't have that attitude here in Munich, okay? There's so many things to see here and so many, it's just, I can't even describe to you, like, the mountains are gorgeous. The nature, it's just crazy. Like, during the winter you can go skiing. Like I said, you can go over to Switzerland, you can go to Austria. It's just, the nature is beautiful. There's a lot of lakes, you know, it's a very bikeable city. The city is just nature friendly. It's all over, and I really, really do love it. So those that are really interested in nature and having parks and having mountains and stuff like that, you're not really that interested in having like huge, huge buildings in like an overwhelming city like New York, for example, where you feel like you're in a bird cage all the time, Munich is going to be perfect for you. It gets me thinking about a country and the country that I want to live in. Particularly speaking in Munich, the taxes that you pay are, you see it. You literally see it. Like, the roads are nice, you know, the transportation works, you know, the streets are clean. You see where your money is going and how the city is investing in the upkeep of the city. On top of that, it's very safe to live in Munich. And I honestly think many countries around the world who are battling with, like, you know, delinquency really need to take heed about investing into communities that are perceived ghetto or whatever. And that's kind of crazy because I have an issue with people always criticizing people like places like Detroit, for example. Detroit has a bad name because, like, of the crime. Also, you know, Chicago has a bad name because of the crime and the shooting and stuff like that. I really do think that if it were the priority of more politicians to invest heaps of money into these quote-unquote ghettos, then you would reduce the amount of crime that you would have present that is problematic and challenging your leadership. Places like Detroit, Michigan, and Chicago have a lot of strong, talented, bright people. They just need an opportunity. So I really do take issue with people criticizing people who grow up in the ghetto, you know, when they were just born into a spot where, you know, it was depleted of all resources. Let's make the education systems better for people who are in these areas, right? It's only within your benefit. There's less drugs, like there's less crime on the street. There's more people who have the capacity to go out and get a job and invest into the economy to stimulate it, right? With their intelligence and their talents. I mean, I don't understand like why that's not something that more governors and more politicians around the world prioritize, but I think Munich has it right. And of course, the most important reason, beer. As you probably know, Munich hosts the biggest beer festival in the world every year. Unfortunately, this year was canceled because of COVID-19, but still, those who love beer, come to Munich. Come to Bavaria. That's a topic itself, okay? Like, I'm gonna make another video talking about like German beer. But anyway, that's another perk for why you should come to Germany. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you appreciated this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, share this video if you care, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.